I don't want to work forever. I want to retire and enjoy my life. I have worked hard all my life and I deserve to retire. Do these words sound familiar to you? Of course, no one deserves to work until they drop from exhaustion. But have you considered that some of your current habits might result in never being able to retire? This video will discuss the 15 rules if you don't want to work forever. If you don't want to work forever, the first rule is, don't be afraid of hard work. He who is not afraid of hard work will never retire. One of the most important lessons I have learned is that if you want to achieve anything in life, you must be willing to work hard. This doesn't mean that you have to slave away at a job you hate for the rest of your life. But it does mean that you need to be willing to put in the hours and put forth the effort required to reach your goals. For me, this has been the key to success, both in my career and in my personal life. If you're not afraid of hard work, you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish. So don't be scared to roll up your sleeves and get down to business. It just might be the best decision you ever made. If you do not want to work forever, the second rule is to invest in yourself. You are your greatest asset. I have always believed in investing myself, which has served me well throughout my life. This means taking the time to improve yourself professionally and personally. This can be done by taking courses, attending seminars, reading books, or listening to podcasts. Supporting your growth means you're constantly working to improve yourself as a person. This investment will repeatedly pay off throughout your life when you commit to your success. The third rule is never to stop learning. The day you stop learning is the day you start dying. This is something I've always stood by. It's a core value of mine. I believe in continuous learning, and it's essential never to stop growing and expanding your knowledge base. There are so many excellent resources available today that there is no excuse not to learn new things constantly. Whether taking an online course or reading a book, ensure you always learn something new. It will keep your mind sharp and help you to stay ahead of the curve. The fourth rule is to surround yourself with positive people. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is the quote that I always have loved, and it is true. The people you surround yourself with have a significant impact on your life. If you want to be successful, you need to surround yourself with positive people who will support your dreams and help you to achieve them. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with negative people, they will bring you down and make it harder for you to reach your goals. So make sure you spend time with people who will lift you and help you succeed. If you do not want to work forever, the fifth rule is to set goals. A goal without a plan is just a wish. It's not easy to simply say that I don't want to work forever. You need to have the plan to make it happen. This means setting specific goals and putting together a roadmap to achieve them. Without a plan, it's easy to get sidetracked and end up working forever. But if you have a clear goal and a step-by-step plan, you'll be much more likely to achieve your dreams. The sixth rule is to save money. Save your money. You're going to need it. One of the most important things you can do if you want to retire early is to start saving for retirement now. The sooner you start, the more time your money will have to grow. There are many different ways to save for retirement, and the best way will depend on your circumstances. But regardless of how you do it, ensure you are putting away enough money each month to secure a comfortable retirement. If you don't want to work forever, the seventh rule is to live below your means. Live like no one else, so later you can live like no one else. This famous quote is often attributed to Dave Ramsey, a personal finance expert who advocates for people to get out of debt and build up their savings. While it may seem counterintuitive to live like no one else to achieve financial freedom, later on, the logic behind this phrase is sound. By making sacrifices now and living below your means, you'll be able to save up money and eventually live a comfortable life without worrying about money. Of course, this isn't easy, but it's worth it in the long run. So if you want to change your financial life, remember this code and start making changes today. It may not be easy, but it will be worth it in the end. The 8th rule is to make your money work for you. Don't work for your money, make your money work for you. This is another great quote from Dave Ramsey, and it's something that I live by. To achieve financial freedom, you need to make your money work for you. This means investing your money in things that will generate passive income and help you to build up your wealth over time. You can achieve financial freedom by investing in assets, such as real estate or stocks, which increase in value over time. In other words, let your money work for you, rather than the reverse. The 9th rule is to stay disciplined. Discipline is the key to success. This is something that I have learned the hard way. When it comes to achieving your financial goals, discipline is essential. You need to be disciplined in spending, saving, and investing. It's easy to give up and return to where you started if you lack discipline. However, maintaining focus and remaining on track increases your chances of success. As such, always stay disciplined if financial freedom is what you desire. If you don't want to work forever, the 10th rule is to stop laziness. Laziness breeds financial slavery. If you're lazy, likely you'll never achieve financial freedom. Why? Because to achieve financial freedom, you need to be proactive and take actions that will lead you toward your goals. You can't just sit around and wait for things to happen. You need to make them happen. So if you're serious about achieving financial freedom, start taking action today and don't let laziness hold you back. The following rule is to have good debt management. You need to learn how to use debt to your advantage. Many people believe that all debt is bad. However, this isn't necessarily true. While there is such a thing as good debt and bad debt, you can use debt to your advantage if you know how to manage it properly. Good debt is typically used to finance something that will increase in value over time, such as a home or an investment. On the other hand, bad debt is generally used for things that depreciate, such as cars or vacations. If you want to achieve financial freedom, it's essential to learn how to use both good and bad debt wisely. With this knowledge, you can build up your wealth over time without putting yourself at risk. Do not gamble is the 12th rule, not to work forever. Gambling is a fool's game. While some people can win big from gambling, most people who gamble lose money. The odds are stacked against you when you gamble, which is why it's generally not a good idea to do so. If you're serious about achieving financial freedom, avoid gambling altogether. There's no reason to risk your hard-earned money on something that's essentially a game of chance. The 13th rule is to stop procrastination. Procrastination is the thief of time. Procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of success. To achieve your financial goals, you need to take action and not wait for things to happen. For instance, if you want to invest in real estate, don't wait until the perfect property comes along. Start looking for properties that meet your criteria and make an offer. The sooner you take action, the closer you'll be to achieving your goals. Remember, time is precious. and it's essential to use it wisely. So if you're serious about achieving not working forever, start taking action today and keep procrastination from holding you back. If you don't want to work forever, the fourth and truth is to step out of your comfort zone. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. We have all heard this saying before. Yet, we often allow fear to keep us stuck in our comfort zones. Why is it that we are so afraid of change? Change can be scary, but growing and improving our lives is also necessary. Stepping out of your comfort zone can be as simple as trying something new or taking a small risk. It doesn't have to be a significant life event. Small steps can lead to big changes. If you keep doing what you have always done, you will never know what you can do. This is especially true regarding financial success. And if you don't want to work forever, to build wealth, you must take risks and make investments that may not always pan out. However, if you're too afraid to take risks, you'll never achieve the desired level of success. The next time you feel the urge to step out of your comfort zone, go for it. You may be surprised at what you accomplished. The final rule is never to give up. The moment you want to quit is usually right before a miracle happens. This quote is so important, and it's something that I have always kept in mind whenever I've faced difficulties. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember that a miracle could just be around the corner. So don't give up. Keep pushing forward, and eventually, you'll reach your goals. No matter how difficult things may seem, never give up on your dreams of financial freedom. If you keep working hard and never give up, eventually, you will achieve your goals. So don't ever give up on yourself or your dreams. Anything is possible if you believe in yourself and never give up. These are 15 rules that can help you not to work forever. While there is no guarantee of success, if you follow these rules, you'll be well on your way to achieving your goals. So what are you waiting for? Start taking action today and begin your journey to financial freedom. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you and goodbye.